Clash Royale has been with us for nearly 10 years, and during all this time, we've seen massive changes in the economy, the cards, and the meta. But there's one thing that never changes: mistakes. We keep making them over and over again, both inside and outside the arena. That's why today I'm bringing you 15 things you should never do in Clash Royale, from economy mistakes that cost you resources to misplays that are practically giving away your towers to your opponent. 1. Never waste gems. The ways to get gems have been reduced significantly. Mastery's lost a ton of gems and rewards, crown chests disappeared, and even the Pass Royale hands out fewer gems than before. Even though they gave away some rewards in the last event, or rather, gems for regular people, my recommendation is to never buy chests with gems. Above all, avoid shop emotes for now. Save your gems for grand and classic challenges, as these give you plenty of valuable resources, like gold or cards to upgrade your deck. 2. Never claim Pass Royale rewards before seeing the sneak peek. This is one of the least known tips, and it's incredibly useful if you know how to exploit it. Every few seasons, a new card usually drops, like the Ronin. The key is to not claim your Pass Royale rewards, whether free or premium, until you see the sneak peek for the next season. Clash Royale allows you to collect unclaimed rewards from previous seasons. If you wait and see that a new card you like is coming, you can claim everything all at once and use your saved magic items to level it up almost instantly. 3. Never upgrade cards just because they are your favorites. We all have a favorite card. The one we've used since we started playing, or the one we just like visually. The problem starts when we let that affection dictate our account progression. Upgrading cards in Clash Royale is an investment to improve a deck. Resources, gold, cards, magic items are limited, especially in the lower leagues. If you max out your favorite card just because you like it, even though it doesn't fit into any competitive deck, you are wasting resources that you could have used on cards that actually win you games. However, if your favorite card is already in your main deck and it works, that's perfect, upgrade it with confidence. But if it doesn't fit into a solid strategy, I think you should reconsider upgrading it. 4. Never let your elixir hit 10 without a plan. This is one of the most common mistakes, even among players with maxed out decks. It used to happen to me too. You watch your elixir climb up to 10, and that's when you realize you don't have a clear move to make. That exact moment is a completely wasted opportunity, because you are burning elixir and literally giving away an advantage. Every second spent at maximum elixir is time you could have spent pressuring, building a push, or setting up an early defense. To fix this, the key is anticipation. While your elixir is filling up, you should already be thinking about your next move, whether offensive or defensive. 5. Never play Royal Giant without the Fisherman High Voltage. This is a synergy I use a lot in my Royal Giant deck, and it's one you should have permanently engraved in your brain whenever you play it. The Fisherman can pull away the big tanks your opponent places in front of your Royal Giant, allowing him to reach the tower with plenty of health to start blasting. This combination also enables dual lane pressure. You can drop the Giant in the back to bank elixir, a risky move, but one that the Fisherman can rescue if things go wrong. If you play the RG without the Fisherman, you are probably one of the few who doesn't, and your opponents will notice. 6. Never send a Goblin Barrel without a tank to cover it. Goblin Barrels hit hard if left undefended, but they have very low health, making them easy prey for spells, ground troops, or even the tower alone. The solution is to always send a tank alongside the barrel. If the tower is busy shooting at your tank, your opponent is forced to spend an extra card to deal with the goblins. If they don't, those goblins can deal brutal damage or even take down the tower. Just make sure to save this play for when your opponent's small spell is out of rotation. Personally, this specific combination really annoys me, because when it works out for the opponent, it works out incredibly well. 7. Never copy a pro's deck without understanding why it works. Looking at a top player's deck and copying it card for card is tempting. Even I did it when I started out. After all, if it works for them, it should work for me, right? The reality is much harsher. A pro deck isn't just a list of 8 cards, it's an entire system of decisions. Every single card has a role: which cards to push together, what order to play them in, when to execute a dual lane push, and when to play purely defensive. If you copy a deck without understanding the logic behind it, you'll end up playing the right cards the wrong way. You'll drop your win condition at the wrong time, waste your big spell too early, or mess up the timing of a counter push that looks flawless in the hands of a pro but feels forced in yours. Before doing it, analyze why a card is played there, why they waited out that turn, or why they sacrificed a tower. If you're going to copy a deck, spend time watching replays of that player using it and understand the why behind every single move. 8. Never play Clash Royale when you're tilted. This point has nothing to do with the actual gameplay. Well, actually it does. It has to do with your mindset. Tilt is real, and it's one of the biggest factors that makes you lose matches, even if you have the best deck and the best knowledge of it. When you're angry, your playstyle changes without you even realizing it. It has happened to me countless times, but now I control it with a personal rule: if I lose 2 or 3 games in a row, I take a break, even if it's just for 10 minutes, before playing again. It's pure strategy to stop losing trophies or medals. 9. Never let the graveyard tank cross the bridge. If you know your opponent is building a massive push from the back to set up a graveyard, your absolute highest priority is to stop their tank before it crosses the bridge. This used to happen to me a lot in the past, but now I do it in every single match I play against graveyard. The reason is simple: if you let the tank cross freely, your tower will lock onto it instead of the graveyard skeletons, and you will suffer immensely trying to defend. On the other hand, if you place your own tank at the bridge to delay theirs, your tower can focus entirely on the graveyard, making the defense much more manageable. 10. Never show your real deck on your battle banner. Let's switch gears to a little bit of psychology. You ever notice that your opponent's mastery badges on their banner seem to give away the cards in their deck? Even if you think it doesn't affect you, it probably influences how you play those first few seconds. Because of this, if you have impressive badges, show them off to apply pressure. If not, use mastery badges for cards that are not in your deck, for example, a fake win condition. Those few seconds of hesitation you create in your opponent's mind can cause them to make a crucial mistake in the opening moments of the match. 11. Never defend barbarians directly with a Valkyrie. If you place your Valkyrie right in the middle of a pack of barbarians, it will take a massive amount of damage while she is still deploying. Even if she ends up killing them all, she will be left extremely weak or just die right there, leaving your tower to finish off the rest. The correct play is to place her slightly to the side, outside of the pack. This way, she arrives ready to attack the moment she activates, wipes out all the barbarians, and is left with plenty of health to build a counterpush with a tank in front of her. 12. Never hoard gold waiting for Clash Royale to return. For those who don't know what Clash Royale is, it's a special event in Clash Royale where the gold costs to upgrade cards are cut in half. A lot of people hoard gold waiting for a Clash Royale style event with a 50% discount on cards. There is absolutely no guarantee that this event will ever return. If your account isn't maxed out or close to it, it makes no sense to stall your progress for something that isn't confirmed. You can save a little bit of gold if you want, but don't stop upgrading your cards for an event that might never come back. 13. Never play the exact same deck all the time. This tip only applies to those who have enough maxed out cards but still stick to a single deck. If that's you, you are missing out on a huge part of the fun and, above all, the learning process. One-trick players rarely reach the very top because they don't learn how every deck functions. Try out different decks, you'll have much more fun and learn a lot more too. 14. Never use Skeleton Army over 1 Elixir Skeletons without thinking Skeleton Army isn't a bad card, but those skeletons die easily to any small spell, leaving you in a negative elixir trade. However, if you use regular 1 Elixir Skeletons, Larrys, the negative trade is on your opponent, plus they are more versatile and fit into more decks. Of course, if you're using Skeleton Army in a bait deck, for example, then it's perfectly fine. 15. Never underestimate 1 Elixir card. When you first start playing, you tend to focus on the big cards like tanks or high damage spells. But if you watch any high-level gameplay, one thing stands out: everyone uses 1 Elixir cards, the Larrys and all the spirits. These cards might seem insignificant, but they can mean the difference between being a good player and a bad one. A well-played 1 Elixir card can shut down an entire push, activate your king tower, or set up a counterattack practically for free. What makes them so essential and necessary for pro players? You'll discover the answer to this and many more questions in my next video, where I'll reveal the hidden truths behind 1 Elixir cards. Let me know in the comments which of these mistakes you were making without realizing it. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, there are plenty more coming. If you want to support me even further, channel membership is active and it would help me out a ton.